All right, so we've just had some work done to the car, spent about $2.5 grand. Got a short shifter attachment. It's a lot crunchier, a lot snappy. It's something I'm actually gonna have to get used to. We'll replace the bushings. I might decide to adjust this a little bit higher, just reduce that travel time. I did have it up to about here in the past. Anyway, I've done a few 3-point turns just to see how the wheels are rubbing, since we also had a proper full wheel alignment and adjusted the camber angles. So the wheels were really cambered out, about 4 degrees in fact. So we were getting very minimal surface traction with the outer part of the tire. So we brought that in a bit. We don't have any more rubbing when we do so much as a 3-point turn, let alone go up speed humps or suspension is a lot more responsive over bumps. But you know, we'll see as we drive along. So we just left the mechanic, did a couple of maneuvers, a couple of 3-point turns, and now we're going to start heading home. And so it feels a lot stiffer, almost as if I'm using a lot more force to jam it into gear, but definitely feels like the throw is significantly shorter. Yeah, so even that turn that I took just then, in the past, that kind of a turn, I would hear some kind of rubbing. The inner wall of the tire would be rubbing on the wheel well. Now we can make further adjustments. The tow arms are set to neutral at the moment. So as time goes on, I said I'll contact the mechanic again in 3 weeks' time. See if we want to make some toe angle adjustments, maybe bring the toe in. Right there, we went over some bumps, and that might have not seemed like significant bumps on the road, but I tell you, before, when the car was completely sagged and the suspension was on max preload, even something like that was absolutely god awful to go over. And the steering wheel right now, it feels a lot more responsive too. You know, we're getting a lot more surface area on the road from the tires. But we'll see how we go over the course of the couple of weeks. Probably going to get the video copyrighted with the music. I might actually turn it down a little bit, open up some windows too. It's actually a rather nice day. Be good if this guy wasn't in front of me, because I know there's a very sharp 90-degree turn at the end of this road where I'd really be able to push it on the turn and then see how we bite the road, see if there's any rubbing. Yeah, so I could hear something then. I'm not sure what that was. It sounded like it was from almost from the left rear maybe. That dude's giving me plenty of room to take this turn. In the past, there would have been all kinds of noise, all kinds of rub. As I said, in 3 weeks' time, we might come back, we might camber it out a little bit more. I'm pretty sure we're about 2.7 at the front and 1.7 degrees in the back when it comes to the camber. Like I said, neutral, zeros all around on the toe angle. I'm almost tempted to go over a pothole just to see what that would feel like. Yeah, I think like the mild rattling you might hear within the cabin, I think it's loose coins in my passenger side drawer. Yeah, so that noise, I heard it again. That was double clutching down to second. Not too sure what's going on now. I'll keep tabs on that. Yeah, so heard it again. I'm not feeling any resistance, any sort of particular resistance in the actual shifter itself. I'm probably only depressing the clutch about 60%, really just on that biting point, a little bit beyond. I'm definitely not depressing the clutch beyond 70, 80, all the way down. I'm still getting used to that short shifter. Sometimes, like right then, I actually didn't even think I hit the gear, but I was in gear because the throw was reduced. So it's just going to take time to get used to that. I mean, when you start modifying anything, it all just really becomes preference. But right there was a bump that I wouldn't have been able to even take at that speed. That was like taking a bump at 40 Ks. You know, before having come to the shop, that would have been extremely harsh and almost to the point where we might have had a bit of contact with the front lip. I actually don't think that noise is anything out of the ordinary. I think it's just the new bushings. I'm hoping the mechanic lubed them up a little bit. But, you know, this shop was recommended to me by another mechanic, so hopefully it wasn't just a friend doing a favor for a friend. And of course, you know, at around this time of day, school zones and heavy traffic, so we might get a little bit more of this on the way back. I think I got a Celica on my 6. Yeah, this roundabout is infamous for potholes and all kinds of accidents. I've even seen 1 or 2 accidents, I think, over the last couple of years at this particular roundabout. Don't ask me how. I guess it's just people not paying attention. Yep. Potholes and divots. It's a pretty terrible road. I actually would avoid taking that roundabout in the past. I actually thought it was incrementally damaging the car going around that roundabout. Not the best kind of roads, but yeah, I wanted to get that balance of sporty, hybrid kind of track car, but at the same time appropriate enough to drive on the street. Not that it wasn't appropriate, it was, as the mechanic put it, shit. you know, every single time you turn the wheel 90 degrees, anytime you do a 3-point turn, reverse parallel park, or so much as go up the driveway to park in the garage, half the street isn't hearing your engine intake or exhaust. They're hearing the wheel rubbing, the fitment being way off. But I think as time goes on, I might opt to, you know, enhance that camber, make it a little bit more negative. So from 2.25-ish at the front, maybe go up to about 2.7, and then maybe at the rear, go up to 2. I think aesthetically, when I was looking at the car, I liked it. I liked the camber, but it wasn't practical, and it was definitely significantly wearing the inside of the tires, as I mentioned. So at least this way, if anything, we'll get more mileage on the tires, and the ride is just way more comfortable. Actually, I'm gonna check that wheel alignment when we get on a straight line, but like right now, holding the wheel straight. Yeah, like before, the wheel was actually on this kind of an angle for me to go straight, but as you can see, we are veering off. And I must look like to the guys behind me. Oh, did a compression test. So compression test was A-okay. We were actually 195, and the lowest compression reading we had was 190. So it was 195 across the board, and one cylinder was 190. Now, you know, you look up B18C2 engines, VTEC B18C2 Type R engines, that is considered really good results for the compression test for a low mileage car. It'd be good if no one was in front of me. Like, this is like a decent stretch of road to just, you know, step on it a little bit, but that won't be the case. I'm actually a little bit paranoid with this guy's wood. Shit might fall out. I got no room to swerve, got a dude on my left. Got the median strip in the middle. Yeah, music will definitely make it copyright. Yes, he's... Yeah, that's actually the seat just then. Yeah, that noise, I think, is the seat. I was thinking, what the heck is that? But I need to really confirm that. I didn't really like the sound of it. At high revs, it sounds all right. I hope I'm not like smelling a burning clutch or something. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's another thing with like doing modifications, man. You actually can make things worse and pay a lot more money for it. It's pretty funny wearing this camera. It's like a jock strap on my chest. It's a little lame, but it was a last minute idea. We did have to make an adjustment to the throttle cable as well, actually, to install the front struts. So on that note, the throttle feels just as sensitive and responsive as it was in the past, as it should be. So that was a little bit of a concern, like, oh, you know, every time you play with the mechanical throttle cable, you might, again, sort of make things a little bit off, but no, it feels just as responsive. I wanted it to be maximum sensitivity, and you know, I feel like that's what we got. I don't know if I made the right decision going this way, because I should have checked the time. 3:30 is the time school zones start, and we're pretty much right on the dot. I also didn't realize there was roadworks here to force a lane closure. So here comes the stop starting. I do have an Exetti stage 2 clutch kit in the garage, but after some careful consideration, it probably just makes more sense to burn this one out completely, like to the point where it just stinks and it doesn't shift and gears slip. I don't know, I forgot the words. I actually had to look up the lyrics of what he's saying in that. Something about fucking a mouse. I chose to go down this road specifically because I didn't think there was construction issues and it'd be a bit quieter because this area is getting built up, but seems like I made an error in judgment. Some people would even say the short shifter, which mind you costs about $600 just for the short shifter, right? And then the installation of it all, it ends up being like a $1,200 endeavor. And there'd be people out there that say, man, I hate the feeling of this. I don't like it. And yeah, right now I can level and say, I'm not entirely liking it, but and it's not just a cope in me saying, well, I'm getting used to it. I think I really am getting used to it. It's a lot firmer, put it that way. When you had a really long travel on the throw, I knew that I was in the right gear. There was no way to get it wrong, especially with the shifter pretty much going up to the top of the dash. You just knew when you were in gear. Now that it's short and the knob is lowered, it's just going to be a matter of adjusting, I think. I hope. I don't want to come to hate something. Like right now, you know, it's feeling pretty smooth. I haven't heard that noise again that I mentioned before that I thought I heard in second, but then I thought it was just the seat clicking in, because I know he played around with the passenger seat when he was trying to change the cabin air filter as well, which is behind the glove box. Copyright, copyright. Should have worn my nicer watch. Got the smartwatch on video. Not as appealing. Yeah, I think I gotta go down here. I ain't even friggin' sure anymore. I think I gotta go down here. Yeah, boundary, it is. Yeah, I gotta go down here. Thank you so much, Suzuki Swift. You showed me the way. Fuck it. I like how the Celica opened up a little bit, man, as he pulled away. It is hard to find that balance as well of comfort and, you know, slammed and fitment and stiffness. So like in an ideal world with ideal roads, sure, you can really slam the car, you can make it completely stiff, preload the springs to the max, you can stance it, whatever, but unfortunately, like with street driving, you just aren't on perfect roads. And from even this video, you could probably see that you're on imperfect roads more often than not. So, you know, whilst there are things like, oh man, I really want the stiffest chassis possible, where I feel it when I go over a leaf. But, you know, how much of a win is that really? To have a chassis so stiff where you feel it when you go over a leaf? In any kind of daily driving. Not to mention longer trips. You know, trips from the suburbs or trips across like the Victorian country, wherever you're at, talking 100+ kilometer trips. And then like, this is sort of like city roads. When you get to like rural roads, there's a big chance. I remember when I went to Mount Kosciuszko, it was terrible going on some of those back roads, terrible. If I took this car on some of those roads, you probably wouldn't even get there. It wouldn't make it. You'd need to overhaul everything. It's a school zone till 4 p.m, ladies and gentlemen. We better bring it down. I don't care how much the guy up my butt is gonna harass me for speeding up. I actually think it's because I also opened the window partially. That might be rattling a little bit. Look at this road, man. This is like a mild travesty. Oh, it is terrible for a car like this. This is what I'm saying about just having that balance, man. A big part of the reason why I wanted to go down it is to show how, well, this is like country roads in Victoria. Shit's terrible, man. I don't know who the fuck is doing what here. Feels like everyone's turning right down there. Now, other things we've done like the essentials. From, do I even need to spell it out? From oil changes, 5W30 full synthetics, new gen, filters, pulleys, timing belt, tensioners. Yeah, I'm probably the most psyched that, you know, we got no leaks and we've got really good compression test results. Yeah, I think as time has gone on, because the mechanic said he only just drove around the block after he tested the after he installed the short shifter, he said he only went around the block. You know, on that note, I've only pretty much been on second and third gear, so it's very reassuring we've got fourth. It's very reassuring we got fifth. I mean, we're in fifth now. Yeah, I don't smell any kind of burning smell anymore. I really don't know what to attribute it to. I'm definitely no clutch rider. So it bothers me mildly that I did sense like a burning smell, but it's definitely gone now. It's long gone. Look, I think, you know, we'll really wrap it up. As like a daily driver, the car is improved. That last bit of straight, which, mind you, this is still the same road, that last bit of straight was just absolutely terrible before we took the car to the shop. The minor rattling I'm hearing, I think it's coming from something in the passenger door. It's definitely not coming from anywhere in the bonnet or in the engine. And I'll even shift down to second now because I'm in third, and I'll see if I hear that grinding sound that I thought I heard. Nah, I didn't. So a little bit unsure. Yeah, no wheel rub then. I took that fast enough that in the past that there would definitely be like a wheel rub. There's stuff rattling, but nah, it's definitely improved. I think it's definitely improved daily driving characteristics. I'll put it to you that way. Yeah, definitely. All right, I think we'll call it there.